So we're about 2 weeks away from the big powerlifting competition I'm doing. So far, the most difficult thing I've found with the actual powerlifting isn't actually the training. The training's hard, but I feel like the hardest thing for me at the moment is actually weight cutting. 2 weeks ago, I weighed myself. I was around 78 kilos, and since weighing myself from then, obviously fluctuating, the weight fluctuates throughout the day, but generally I try to weigh myself straight up in the morning. Last week I weighed 6.5 kilos, so let's try and find out where I am this week, because I need to be under 75.
So I don't know if you can see that, 75.5 kilos right there. So it is very, very good. I'm very happy with that.
Alright, so this squat volume was supposed to be 107 kilos by 5 However, if you saw from all my Instagram posts, that didn't go as expected, as 107.5 kilos was heavy as shit, and second set in, which you will see eventually, was moving pretty damn slow. So I ended up dropping it down to 105 and consequently 102. But anyway, so that wasn't fun, but I thought I would actually go into detail more about the actual dieting that I've been doing. So to give some context on my overall dieting background, I've always been obviously very good at putting on weight, because basically I eat whatever the fuck I want. So such as pizza, I could probably do takeaway on the odd occasion, I could chuck something in the oven that's nice and easy, like a ready meal, and obviously I would never really bother tracking that in terms of calories. That's, you know, obviously if you want to gain weight or lose weight, it's a matter of actually tracking what you eat, and then obviously being quite diligent about it, knowing what's right. So with some advice that I got from some friends, one thing that I actually did was actually to firstly start tracking my calories. So my particular friend Matt said that, you know, perhaps you should consume 2,250 calories, and also your macros would be 40% carbs, 30% fats, and 30% proteins. And that's basically what I've been trying to do recently. So with regards to what I'm eating each day, I'm generally taking more of a flexible approach. So I'm not being super strict and saying, oh, you can't eat pizza or you can't eat cake, because let's be honest here, if there's a leftover cake from birthday, like with my nephew for example, I'm not going to let that go to waste and go in the bin. I'm going to bloody eat that. And the same would go for when it was my birthday, on the 26th of April. You know, I'm bloody damn well going to eat cake if I want to eat cake. Obviously in moderation and not go absolutely crazy. So to come around full circle, the real point I really want to make is that me at this moment in time, cutting weight hasn't been too difficult. And I think partly on aspect, it's one, I've allowed myself enough time, so obviously I've been cutting my weight for about 4 weeks now, and two, obviously I've been making sure that obviously I'm eating the things that I want to eat, and three, I've been doing meal prepping. Obviously if I'm meal prepping for the times that I'm going to work, obviously it limits the actual chance that I'm going to want to deviate, and obviously it also makes sure that I'm obviously getting the calories in which I require from a day-by-day perspective, along with obviously the key macronutrients. Now, on to some accessories. So this is the military press. So I think one of the other videos you might have seen before, I was pressing this 40 kilos with a belt. This is actually something that I've actually gotten a lot stronger on in the past 8-9 weeks. So obviously I actually think a PR on the bench is generally feasible based on this, and also the fact that my bench has gotten a little bit stronger. So shoulders are stronger, that's obviously everything else should in theory be better. So this next thing here is some walkouts of the squat rack. So we've got 120 kilos here. The reason why I decided to do these walkouts is one, something that I heard in a podcast from the great Eddie Cohen, that just obviously sprung a thought into my mind that actually I should give these a try. And two, generally it's my confidence when actually I go under the bar. So as the weight gets heavier and heavier and heavier, actually it becomes a lot more intimidating to have that weight on your back, which I've talked about before. So this is more just to actually practice walking the weight out, one, and two, get myself into that mindset for when I take that weight out, and to make sure that it's not the first time ever. So I've had 140 kilos on my back before, for I think once, and now here we're seeing me take out 150 kilos. And this is a weight that I actually don't think that I would be squatting in my competition, but obviously it's a nice to know of how it's going to feel, because basically the heavier the weight I take out, obviously the more practice I get, and obviously it just gives me kind of a good mindset. Anyway, closing out the video, if you like and subscribe guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.